Hello and welcome to this webinar on the visa process through Yeshiva University's Katz School. My name is Carl Leikhram and I'm the Director of International Graduate Enrollment here. So to begin, it's important to understand who needs a student visa, specifically an F1 type of visa. You'll be needing one in order to attend full-time classes. Since Katz School is a graduate school, that means there's a minimum of 9 credits each semester in order to qualify for a visa. You must attend classes on campus. Sure, there are a few exceptions, such as one online course, or if you take 12 credits, 9 of those credits being on campus and 3 being online. But you cannot get an F1 student visa as an online or distance learning student. Next, you must also be a non-immigrant. That means you cannot be a citizen or have a dual citizenship of the United States. You cannot be on refugee status or on DACA status. If you are in the process of becoming a permanent resident, you will not have it before the semester begins, which means you will need a student visa in order to keep those factors in mind with where and how you should apply. Next, you have to respect the deadline. Deadlines are very important in all aspects of the admissions process, but more importantly, because as an international student, there are multiple time-sensitive processes that you must complete. So do yourself a favor and apply well before the deadline. Our priority deadline here for the fall applications is April 1st, but that doesn't mean that the application is due on that date. It means you'll need to apply early enough in order to find out your admissions decision, since you cannot schedule and prepare the visa interview without one. Just think of how many hundreds of students in your town or city will be looking to schedule an interview, and the worst thing is if you waited too long, finally got accepted, but can't get an interview appointment for the visa. So once you've been accepted, you can now provide us with your financial support information. This basically just shows us that there are funds available for you to cover your cost of tuition and living expenses to attend the Katz School program. And once that's been received, we can issue you an I-20. Keep in mind that you'll need to pay a $200 fee, which is the SEVIS fee for your visa. SEVIS is just the database system that's used by the US government to document all international visitors and students. That fee is non-negotiable and cannot be waived. Next, we have a sample of what the I-20 looks like. You'll be receiving this document in the mail since it is an official document. It can't be scanned, nor can it be emailed to you. The first thing to note is your SEVIS number. This will be linked to you for your entire duration while you're here in the United States on this visa. It's basically like an identification number for you, and it's unique to your particular status. Next, you should be sure to look for the program information that matches what you've applied to here and have been accepted for. Any difference in what it says on your I-20 could possibly result in your visa being denied or an interrogation by Homeland Security. And lastly, take a look at the financial information. Once again, the financial information you showed to us earlier comes back into play here. This section shows how much your program at the Katz School costs, as well as how it's being paid for, such as through scholarships, government grants, or your own personal funds that were verified by us. So now that you have your I-20, you should organize yourself before scheduling the very important visa interview. Here are some items that you must bring with you to that interview. You should have the passport that you'll be using. It must not be expired or expiring soon. You'll have passport-sized photos, which will be used for your visa. They must be recent, and they don't have to be the same picture that is in your passport currently. You'll have to have your acceptance letter that we provided to you, that proof of financial support that you sent to us, and the DS-160 confirmation page. What is that, you might ask? It's really simple. It's just the non-immigration visa application form, which you go online and complete. Once you've completed it and paid the $160 processing fee, you'll receive a confirmation of the application page, and that means that it's been submitted and processed successfully. Since you have all of your documents ready and you're not rushing since you applied early and before the deadline, you can confidently now move forward and schedule your visa interview. Bring with you all of your documents in an organized way. I suggest the folder, since that might work well in case of inclement weather or it's raining. Remember, there will be many people there, not just students seeking visas. The US Embassy or consulate office in your location processes everyone, so do expect to wait. When you are called up to meet with the official, they'll ask you a series of questions. They'll most likely be bilingual, since usually they are required to speak English and the native language of your country. Always be polite, and you can certainly ask them to repeat the question. Congratulations! Hopefully, you've been accepted and the process ran smoothly. The next thing to know is you'll have to wait for them to add the visa to your passport. Sometimes this can be done at the embassy, but more often it'll be mailed to you. Once you decide that you are ready to move forward, you go ahead and book your tickets for your flight. Get in contact with me or your admissions counselor here in order to just confirm the details. Let us celebrate your accomplishments with you and know that you're going to be arriving well within the time to attend orientation.